Well, hello, I'm David Freeman with Is That Really in the Bible? Why is the whole world in decline? Why is America in decline? Why has morality failed? Why do we not see a nation that is getting closer to God? We see a nation that is getting further and further away from God. Why has Christianity failed? In a moment of quiet time, Billy Graham confessed to his family that he felt like he'd been a failure. The reason was quite simple. After being seen and heard by millions of people, he did not see a nation that was any closer to God. Now, this is amazing. I mean, if this is something Billy Graham could see 20, 30, 50 years ago, imagine if he were still alive today, what he would say today. And it's not rocket science. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this one out. I'm not saying Christianity will not work. I'm just saying the kind of Christianity we've been practicing as a nation will not work. And you don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that one out. There are 450,000 churches in America. Let me correct that. That statistic was taken 12 years ago. Today there's 380,000 churches in America. Yeah, the churches are dropping off. I heard one statistic that said 100 churches close every week. So they're getting smaller and smaller in numbers. Churches shutting down, closing. There's 650,000 preachers in America. So why has morality failed? 68% of Americans say divorce is morally acceptable. Yeah, that's what the majority of Americans say. It's morally acceptable. The divorce rate among Christians is the same as non-Christians, about 50%. Not a bit of difference between a Christian and a non-Christian when it comes to the divorce rate. 60% of Americans say having a baby outside of marriage is morally acceptable. Get this, 60% of Americans say having a baby outside of marriage, not a thing wrong with it. 60%. 59% of Americans say gay and lesbian sexual relationships are morally acceptable. Well, morally acceptable to who? To us? Who gives a flip? We got to be concerned about what God thinks. 63% of Americans say sex between unmarried men and women is morally acceptable. I'm surprised that number. Well, these numbers are about 12 years old. I'm sure they've gone up a lot. These statistics, at least 12 years old. I got them off the Glenn Beck program, but yeah, I'm sure they've gone way up now. And despite all the Christian broadcasting and evangelism and soul-saving campaigns, there's about a 84 to 97% fall away rate. In other words, when they try to go back to contact these people that gave their heart to the Lord or raised their hand and accepted Jesus into their heart, they can't find them. They're not in church. They're nowhere to be found. Very little commitment, in other words. No matter how religious you are, you've got to face the reality that morality has failed. No matter how religious you think you are. No matter how committed you think you are, when it comes to morality, morality has failed, especially when it comes to changing a nation for the better. You have to admit this. You have to admit this.